Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Everybody on the way.
What does your chain say?
Oh, hit for a bag.
Hit for a bag?
Yeah. That's my label. That's why I started, you know what I'm saying? Get shit going, you feel me? You know, NFL, it's still NFL, but shit, they had put like a federal gang shit on it. So anything we do, it could be a RICO instantly.
How'd you come up with the name NFL Game?
I didn't come up with it. My partner Ray did. That's right there on how my grandma high. This the cornerstone of the hood, boy. Like, nigga, this where I sent you that news and motherfuckers got this shit cracked 2 weeks ago. Right around the corner on the way down here, that freeway you exited, that's where that body was hanging with the body on fire.
A man's body was found hanging underneath the East Loop.
By a rope from the underside of this 610 freeway.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Man, listen, man, this here is going crazy because Cartel BO, and he just came off of Boss Talk 101, man. Shout out to Cartel BO, but this had to happen a while back before he came on the show, where he took this guy, Tommy Lee, to his neighborhood. And when he took this guy out here, the Houston Police Department jumps in the comments. They have issues with the fact of him bringing this guy for some reason down there, and basically Tommy G is his name. Basically, they're trying to figure out how to debunk everything that I never seen the HPD get into it with a rapper like this. OG, you there?
Right here.
OG, I'm trying to understand it, man. Like, what is it coming to when these rappers? I guess first of all, do he supposed to get a permit or something to have somebody in the city, or what? If they doing a little documentary of their neighborhood?
Hell no, I need no permit or nothing, and it's just I don't understand what Houston PD got their panties in a bunch for about a block neighborhood.
I don't either.
It ain't like, you know, he ain't took nobody to Post River Oaks or nothing like that.
You're right. OG, he even spoke of it earlier today. I was just loading it up on here. Let me listen at this right quick.
That's how I put that together. That's how I put that together for us, man. I just want to thank Tenderism, man. Thank my team, man. And, you know, thank God most of all. But I got to thank the city of Houston, man. Y'all rocking with a nigga, man. I love that shit, man. I appreciate you, you know. You know what I'm saying? You got some suckers in the midst trying to be seen. That come with the territory. You even got Houston police trying to say, well, I'm going to beef with the police. Like, what the fuck? But I ain't, like, I'm not doing that, man. They can have it and all this. But all them other ones, the little lame shit, fake blogs and the Texas shit and the other.
So, you know, he said, I'm not gonna beef with the police. They can have it, man. What I'm gonna do, beef with them there? So they jump into his, you know, on his situation, trying to debunk what he got going. It's something they don't like about him in order for him to do that, is what I'm saying. He just.
But what kind of credibility would the police carry with any of us if they say in their proper name that it's something, and we don't care what, I mean, well, in California, we wouldn't give a damn what the police said about Bompton, California. Or it's really Compton, you can't say Bompton. All right, you go write a ticket for somebody on a bicycle. That's what we sell here on the West Coast.
So y'all wouldn't even be thinking about it, no way. Do you think it's because of the guy being hung under the bridge that they are trying to cover something up or something? Or they don't want people to know about this?
You know, most definitely they trying to cover stuff up. They didn't have, you know, multiple hangings down there in the 2025.
Remember, yeah, because we talked about them girls that were down by that river too down there. I just thought about that.
Right. You know, so they've been having unsolved, and they always black, you know, at white hands. So what they're trying to play down is really, if you look at it, he says his neighborhood is called Murderwood.
Murderwood, yep, that's what he said.
Yeah. So he did a video that he went to prison about, right?
Yep, him and Tom,
in the park with known gang members, and they ran off and left the weapons behind, which were murder weapons,
right?
Potential murder weapons, right? So 11 of them went to federal penitentiary for gun charges, and he said his name was NBA Cartel.
Yeah, NFL Cartel or something like that.
And he ain't never played football.
That's why the guy asked him that when he first came in. But just like NBA YoungBoy, a lot of times they take these names and they run with them. But that's how they was pretty much, that's how they was creating a RICO with them.
Yeah, he got the moniker, and he said, "Is your gang name?" He said, "No, I didn't do that." So whatever the man, it's just like when it's a certain criteria that you have to say to white people.
Right.
So he never accentuated anything gang related, and on his thing, he's showing that he's from Hoover and saying he ain't never been put on in LA, and if they come disrespectful, he gonna stand on his business, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, on his neighborhood for sure.
He never tried to. You got some of these clowns that as soon as a white man get in front of them, they indict everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my hood. Yeah, and I do this and I do that. Yeah, and this our hand sign. So it's a lot of
No, he ain't like that. He a standalone type of dude. I could tell that when I met him.
So that's it's a situation that the police is really trying to make Murderwood like it's Mayberry.
They don't want it to be that. But
everybody's so nice. We looking at OB and all this. So
what did they say on them texts? They sent Tommy G his police report. And then they also they sent them. They got in the comments under the video. They say the last time Warren Brown made a video with this many views, he and many of his friends went to federal pen, and they put his link under there of him going to federal pen. Choose your crash dummy. So they trying to expose him. Then the HPD gets back under there and says, "Hey Tommy G, no one in Houston calls Lakewood like you said by the nickname Murderwood. We'll watch the video and fact check the rest of it for you." What are y'all so invested for like that? Because it don't really matter. Y'all don't supposed to be with the bull crap. Y'all don't even supposed to be entertaining that. And even if you're trying to debunk something and you want to stop something, you ain't supposed to be out here putting it on the internet. Y'all done got pretty much caught up in trying to be on the internet just like the regular folks. It's crazy. Right. Anytime the police department jump on here and act like they now have an issue, that's crazy to me, bro. I can't get it. I don't understand. You're supposed to be hiding the fact that you even on the internet.
They're doing all this talk about the crime scenes that he went to took this Yankee, but did nobody in Houston Police Department say all these crimes are solved?
No, they ain't said that. And this one here, I think they kind of feel embarrassed for. Listen.
Northeast Houston 1 week ago today. It was on the North Loop near Kirkpatrick Boulevard. The gruesome discovery leaving more questions than answers as we are working to learn more about what led up to this man's death. ABC 13's Brianna Willis joining us now live from HPD headquarters with the man's identity, which has just been released. Brianna?
Hey there, Gina. Yeah, we know according to police here, that man is James Carney. And according to the medical examiner's office, today actually would have been his 46th birthday. Now, here's what we know right now. Police say this all unfolded last Thursday night at a homeless encampment off the North Loop near Kirkpatrick. That location still littered with clothes, charred items, and a strap actually hanging from the underpass. Detectives say it was after the fire department responded to calls of a brush fire. Police found Carney's body hanging from the underpass and parts of his body set on fire. When asked if this case it could be a suicide, police say that is highly
unlikely. So they basically they trying to figure it out, right? Huh?
They figured it out. It was a Ku Klux Klan, tarred and feathered.
It's a sad occasion when they trying to figure out a way to argue with him, and they should be trying to go figure out what happened with this case.
They know what happened with the case.
They don't know who done it.
Yes, they do.
Explain.
Excuse me?
Explain. How they know who done it?
because it's a good old boy theory, and you know that Negro got out of line. They hung him, tarred.
He looked like a white guy.
He ain't a white guy though.
He looked like a white guy. That's a white guy, man.
No, he a light-skinned Negro that been drinking. Look at him.
Oh, gee, you hell, boy. Oh, gee. So you think that they know what happened and they just ain't going to pursue it and they trying to get them to stop talking about it?
They don't want it because this brings a federal investigation for the rest of the unsolved murders, and they can't take the heat right now.
Wow. Well, I know one thing about it. They showed enough texting Tommy G back and forth. Somebody over there loved the Tommy G show. And OG, I think they just got caught up in it. And they started going back and forth on Tommy G because they watching Tommy G to see who all got these situations in their neighborhood. That's why they supposed to be on there investigating.
Y'all always, Tommy G, ain't nobody, he's another culture vulture. Why don't he go over with the Proud Boys and get some information from them riding their neighborhood?
I knew you were going to say that. Oh, gee, but
they steadily coming and exploiting our young kids. And, you know, that always killed me when dudes come through and take these white boys through your neighborhood. Yeah, this is where we kick it at. Yeah, you know, we found a dead body over here. And you impressing them with this tomfoolery.
Oh, gee, you know, just let's sit back and look at this for a second. Tommy G, how does the police department feel so comfortable to reach out to Tommy G? That's something to think about in itself right there.
He part of their system.
You see what I'm saying? He had to they already probably been working with Tommy G. They just hadn't been working with Cartel BO. So when they linked up, oh no, man, let's get going. We rock with you on everything, but this nigga right here, we gonna try to figure out a way to debunk what he's saying, Tommy G. We've been watching your show for a long time. So they mesmerized by Tommy G anyway. So when they seen this here happen, and then it was 2 weeks after, so this had to be back in October or November when he did this, and it looked like that outside anyway. And it's like, wow, y'all really got this much invested interest in doing something to try to debunk what the hell Cartel BO is doing on a little old small blog series where he out walking the neighborhood talking about what's going on in the black community. You don't see no police cars or nothing out there. You don't see nobody out there patrolling the area or anything like that. So you jump on the internet to try to, oh, we finna talk about this. And Tommy G is our guy, so we always talk to Tommy G. And that it trips me out how they feel comfortable enough to reach out to Tommy G. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
In white, it's always comfortable white on white.
Wow, guys, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
So, man, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel, man. And, of course, this Cartel BO, this the one that been hanging out with Tenderism, man. Just and be ready because we got an interview coming up. I got an interview. We sat down and we talked about the tenderism and all the other stuff and everything. That it was his first time on Boss Talk 101. Y'all got to watch it. That's coming up. Cartel BO on Boss Talk 101, man. And if you still watching, man, watch this right here, man. 50 Cent, T.I. Them linked up with Rick Ross. And basically that's what that is. Oh, Rick Rose. Say his name right. Rose. Say his name right, guys. Boss Talk 101 reviews. Rochiro Rose.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He, the reason you see me.